Today on the show, we're going to be reviewing Teen Titans Rebirth and Raven #1. I'm scared about doing this review for many reasons. Number one, it's the first comic video I've done in a while. Number two, I'm pretty sure at least one of these reviews is gonna piss a few people off. Let's start with Teen Titans Rebirth. It's the most recent one out. I have to say I did enjoy it, but I'm also going to say I have read every single Teen Titans book there has ever been. I own every single Teen Titans comic going right back to the beginning. So my standards are going to be high because I've seen everything the Teen Titans can be and more. I've seen them at their best. The cartoon was good, but it wasn't the Teen Titans at their best. It wasn't the best this title has ever been. So to that end, let's talk about the positives in Teen Titans Rebirth. Number one, Starfire's entire segment was such a positive. Oh my god, that is the best Starfire has been written in such a long time. I enjoyed her in the beginning of Red Hood and the Outlaws. Lots of people really didn't like her there. They thought she was over-sexualized. In the few panels in this first issue, we have her addressing her past relationship with Dick. We have her addressing Tim's death. We have her talking about human trafficking, how human trafficking is similar to what she went through when she was taken from Tamaran and how she wants to stop it. There are so many layers there in terms of emotion in just a few short panels, and I wanted more of it. Beast Boy's segment was also great. It sort of made me laugh. People were like, oh, he wanted to impress a girl, that's funny. I will say, going this far in, there is a lot less to say about Teen Titans Rebirth than I have to say about Raven. I will say I didn't enjoy how for each character it was, let's set up a potential plot. Oh wait, they're kidnapped. Let's set up a potential plot. Oh wait, they're kidnapped. It felt like it cheapened the plight of each individual character. And I know it's probably going forward, it's sort of like them coming to work together to achieve each other's individual goals. I understand that. But when you see how lofty each of these individual goals were, I kind of want the book where Starfire is facing human trafficking on her own. I don't want that in Teen Titans. Even if they had spread this out over 2 to 3 issues, that would have made this a bit better, where half the book was dedicated to one character and half was the other character, then they got kidnapped, but where it was just so, and kidnap, and kidnap, and kidnap, it felt very cheap. And it was kind of obvious that it was going to be Damien because we all knew that he was going to join the team in some way, shape or form and that he wanted to demand to be the leader. So it was just kind of like, okay, well, it's obviously Damien kidnapping them because, you know, he was brought up by the League of Assassins and this is very assassin-y in the way they're being kidnapped. So while this issue is good, it's a lot of fun, the artwork is great, it really gets you pumped for what's going forward, it really doesn't live up to everything the Teen Titans could be, but then again, it's a first issue, and while the first issue is supposed to make you want to read more, if the first issue is the best issue in an entire series, you have got a fucking problem. So, taking into account that it's a first issue, it's forgivable. So let's move on to Raven. This one I think is probably going to piss people off a lot, just going off my response that I got on Twitter. Taking a wild guess. So on Twitter a few days ago, I complained about Raven #1, and a number of people started ranting at me. So let me give you a bit of a backstory of Raven and why she is the way she is. When she was being brought up in Azarath, she was not allowed to feel emotion. This is not because she is in touch with magic or black magic, and because she uses black magic she has to control it through her emotion. It's because of her demonic half. When she starts to feel emotion, Trigon can utilize her to either come back into existence or break out of whichever prison he is in. That's why she can never allow herself to feel anything, neither positive or negative. And it's only when Trigon is completely destroyed can she allow herself to start feeling emotion. And while Raven does have the ability to use some magic, her magic is really more for healing and it's more passive. She's more of a support character in that sense, as opposed to her empathic abilities, her emotion-based abilities. That's what she uses for offense. And none of that was actually addressed in this issue, and it felt like a lot of it was forgotten or ignored. To me, it feels like Marv Wolfman forgot the character he made, and then ignored her legacy that has happened since her creation. It felt like he didn't want to write Raven. he might have had like a Black Alice book a few years ago and then just reworked that to be about Raven. But because Black Alice and Raven are two totally different characters, it just doesn't work. But let's take Raven for what it is in terms of the story. Let's ignore Raven's past. What is the story like? It's bad. I just don't get it. One minute she's like, I want to be normal, I want to be normal. Yeah, I'm just going to be normal. And then people like saying, well, she can't be normal. That's why she's going off doing superhero stuff. It's like, no, but she can. She knows what normality is. She knows what it looks like. She knows how to do that. She's a fucking intelligent character. Why is it whenever a superhero wants to lead a normal life, they have to suddenly become stupid? The only part of this book that's kind of forgivable is the artwork. I think the artwork's a lot of fun. Sort of weirdly angular. It gives me a sort of like a 90s Pokemon feel, and I kind of like that. But other than that, I'm just kind of like, this is not Raven. It's not Raven from the Teen Titans cartoon. It's not Raven from Teen Titans Go. It's not Raven from any of the Teen Titans comics. Who is this bitch and why is she in my Raven book? Let's just go ahead and say that this book is not so Raven. Yes, I died on the inside as I said that. It saddens me to have to give Raven a grade like that, but at the same time, when Marv Wolfman created the character, he should know the character's legacy. DC should be informing him that this is how the character acts now, and especially when it's in the Rebirth line. I know it's not technically a Rebirth comic, but it is coming out around Rebirth when they're supposed to be bringing back what we love about the characters. And they're not doing anything to do with Raven. They're just sort of rehashing the character completely, which would have been acceptable in DCU, but not in Rebirth. I don't want more of the same with Raven. I want a whole new story, but at the same time, I want it from Raven. I don't want a whole new character. But you know what they say, the best laid plans of mice and men often go awry. I'm really not sure if that's relevant, but mice are really cute, so I'm just gonna think about mice until this horrible Raven comic stops. Okay guys, that is it for today. Did you hate Raven just as much as me? Please let me know in the comments down below. Or did you like Teen Titans Rebirth just as much as me? Please let me know in the comments down below. Also don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more history videos and comic book videos. And also don't forget to check out my Patreon. I'm now going to be doing monthly polls where people can vote on the history videos I'm going to be doing for that month or the following month. If you donate as little as $1 a month, you can get in on that. So really do go and check that out. I'll be sort of rearranging all of my awards on my Patreon as well soon. Or if you don't want to support me through Patreon, I do have a cosplay print store where I sell signed cosplay prints. I work really hard on those costumes, work really hard on setting up those photo shoots, so definitely go and check that out as well. But for now, my name is Faust, this has been Exploring Comics, and it is super effective. Here's the thing that people don't understand when someone's harsh on something they like. I'm not being harsh to be a dick, I'm really not. I'm being harsh because I've seen everything these characters can be when they're written properly, and I want that. I want the world for these characters and more. I want them to live up to their potential. And especially for someone like Marv Wolfman, where I've seen him at his best. I've seen him write so well in the past. I want more of that. I want to see that again. I want him to live up to his full potential. So of course I'm gonna critique him harsh, because I know everything he can be. And if he's not living up to that, then quite honestly, isn't it fair to critique him harsh and be like, you can do better, do better. Why are you not doing your best? It makes no sense for you to be writing like this when you can write like that.